Welcome to nerdsbazaar.com. Today we will discuss about anatomy and physiology of gallbladder and pancreas. First we will see gallbladder. Gallbladder is a pear-shaped hollow sac-like organ and it is 7.5 to 10 centimeter long, lies in a shallow depression on the inferior surface of the liver. So you can see the gallbladder on the inferior surface of the liver in a shallow depression. You can see it is a pear-shaped organ and hollow organ with 7.5 to 10 centimeter long. The capacity of the gallbladder is 30 to 50 milliliter of bile. The gallbladder is connected to common bile duct by the cystic duct. You can see here common bile duct, and this is gallbladder, and through cystic duct it is connected to common bile duct, and this common bile duct is open into duodenum. You can see two duct is coming from liver, okay, hepatic duct, left and right hepatic duct, and which forms common bile duct, and from gallbladder cystic duct is coming and it is joined with the common bile duct and open in the duodenum. Functions of gallbladder. Actually gallbladder stores bile, okay, so the bile produced by hepatocytes, the liver produce bile, and this bile is stored in the gallbladder. When food enters the duodenum, or when we take the food, the gallbladder contracts and the sphincter of Oddi relaxes, allows the bile to enter the intestine. In this picture you can see duodenum. When somebody takes food and when the food reach the duodenum, here is the sphincter of Oddi, which controls the passage of bile. So when food is coming inside duodenum, this sphincter of Oddi, it will relax, so the bile from the liver through this common bile duct, it will enter to duodenum. Okay, and this bile is composed of water, electrolytes. Electrolytes contain sodium, potassium, calcium, chloride, and bicarbonate, and significant amount of lecithin, fatty acid, cholesterol, bilirubin, and bile salts. So bile, you can see water, electrolytes. Apart from this, you can see lecithin, fatty acid, cholesterol, bilirubin, and bile salts. And bile salts together with cholesterol assist in the emulsification of fats. So for the fat emulsification, these bile salts help. So now you may be understand about some of the functions of gallbladder. Okay, next we will see about pancreas. Pancreas located in the upper abdomen, and it has endocrine as well as exocrine function. So pancreas, the pancreas, and it is having two functions or two parts. One is endocrine and exocrine. Let's see each part. The exocrine, the secretion of pancreatic enzyme into the gastrointestinal tract through the pancreatic duct, represent its exocrine function. So here you can see pancreas and its pancreatic duct. So this pancreatic duct also go to the gastrointestinal system, I mean the duodenum. Okay, so through this pancreatic duct, the pancreas secretes some enzyme, mainly it is digestive enzyme. So this function or this part is called exocrine function. Okay, so in exocrine function they secrete some pancreatic enzymes into gastrointestinal tract. Okay, endocrine function is, in the endocrine, the pancreas secrete insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin. So these three hormones, insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin, this directly into the bloodstream. So they secrete directly into the bloodstream. This represent the endocrine function. So in endocrine function, what the pancreas is doing, pancreas secreting insulin, glucagon, and somatostatin. It is secreting into the bloodstream, not to any duct. Before I told in exocrine, this secretes some enzymes which is coming through the duct, but in the endocrine system, or the endocrine part of the pancreas, it is secreting some insulin, glucagon and somatostatin, but it is not secreting through the duct, it is directly going to the blood. Okay, again we will see the exocrine portion of the pancreas, because I told before pancreas is having endocrine, exocrine. Now we will see the exocrine portion of the pancreas. The secretion of the exocrine portion of the pancreas are collected in the pancreatic duct, which joins the common bile duct and enters the duodenum at the ambule of water. Here you can see the pancreatic duct. So this pancreatic duct join with the common bile duct and open into the duodenum. So this secretes some enzymes, and this enzyme travel through the pancreatic duct and come to the duodenum at the ambule of water. What is these enzymes? The secretions of the exocrine pancreas are digestive enzymes. You can see amylase, trypsin, lipase. Amylase help for the digestion of carbohydrates, trypsin helps for the digestion of protein, and lipase helps for the digestion of fats. Okay, next we can see the endocrine portion of the pancreas. So pancreas is having endocrine functions also and portion also. Mainly the islets of Langerhans. That is the endocrine part of the pancreas. Islets of Langerhans. You may be heard about these islets of Langerhans. So these islets of Langerhans is the endocrine part of the pancreas. These islets of Langerhans are composed of alpha, beta and delta cells. Okay, so these cells produce some hormones. The hormone produced by beta cells is called insulin. So insulin is produced by the beta cells of the islets of Langerhans. Islets of Langerhans, beta cells produce insulin. Then alpha cells produce glucagon. So islets of Langerhans, alpha cells produce glucagon, and delta cells secrete somatostatin. So this is the endocrine part. Next, see the functions of these hormones. Insulin. What insulin doing? Insulin lower blood glucose level. Then it also promotes storage of fat in the adipose tissue and synthesis of protein. Important is insulin lower the blood glucose level. Next, come to glucagon. Glucagon, what it do? It do the function of opposite function of the insulin. I mean, in glucagon raise the blood glucose level by converting glycogen to glucose. So glucagon increase the blood glucose level while insulin decrease the blood glucose level. Next is somatostatin. Somatostatin help to release growth hormone from the pituitary and glucagon from the pancreas and raise the blood glucose level. So somatostatin also raise the blood glucose level. How it raise the blood glucose level? It help to release growth hormone from pituitary and glucagon from the pancreas. So these are the functions of insulin, glucagon and somatostatin. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe our video. For online nursing coaching, you can contact me on www.nursebazaar.com or WhatsApp me on 00971 522069 493. Thank you.